Floyd Mayweather's looking to fight again in 2024, and he's confronted Canelo Alvarez about a rematch this year. There's no doubt a rematch between Canelo and Floyd would draw a huge crowd and big pay-per-view numbers, and Canelo has revealed how much he was offered to fight Floyd when he was just 18. Canelo stated, "They offered me the fight with Floyd when I was 18 years old. They offered me $1 million. At the time, I was making $5,000. I was moving around in a truck, and I had 3 jobs. Eddie Reynoso said, "In a few years, you'll receive 10 times that." That's what happened. Canelo definitely thinks that a rematch with Floyd would be way different now.
Do you think the outcome would have been vastly different?
Definitely, it's gonna be different. No, because I'm more mature, more strong, with more experience. It's gonna be different.
Jose Reynoso has opened up about how hard the loss hit Canelo at the time, but Canelo still wanted to move forward afterwards. Reynoso stated, "And we pulled away. We hugged each other, and you could say that we even cried. But apart from that, it was not a big deal. We lost to a genius like Mayweather, and apart from that, as a discharge to our conscience, we lost. We didn't beat him, but nobody has ever beaten him. So it wasn't embarrassing. On the contrary, we said, let's move forward, and there we are." Canelo has been looking forward to revenge for years, and he's tired of fans calling him out about not taking the fight. Canelo stated, "For a long time, since the first loss I had against him, they always ask me about a second fight with Mayweather, and there's the thorn in there. I would love to have an opportunity for revenge and be able to show other things at this point in my career. I think with more experience, it would be very different. I would love revenge, but he's a retired boxer who comes and goes. He's taking care of his own things. We know how he is, but if there's a possibility and he wants to return to boxing and he wants to make this fight, I would love it. For boxing, it would be great, and he would give boxing something worth watching. Lately, the only thing he has done in boxing is lower the credibility of the sport with the fights he has fought. It would be good to have a rematch with him." Floyd Mayweather talked about whether or not he thought that Canelo was inexperienced the first time around.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts, and the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights, and to tell you the truth, I was over the hill.
Oscar De La Hoya really didn't think that a rematch was possible anymore, and he stated, "I think the weight is just too much now. Canelo can't make 154. He fought at 175. It's impossible." Even Canelo started to get discouraged about the idea of a rematch when he thought about the weight difference. Canelo stated, "I've always imagined the rematch against Mayweather, but more than a defeat is an apprenticeship. I would love to, but I don't think he's turning around here." Canelo definitely believed that he needed more experience before facing Floyd the first time around.
When I fought with Floyd, I was 23. I always think I need to fight first with Coro, Lara, and then Floyd, but that's what it is.
So you think at 23, you think it was kind of premature, right?
I need more experience, more mature.
Even though Canelo wishes he'd won the first time around, he definitely thinks that things worked out how they were supposed to when he looks back at himself. Canelo stated, "Simply, it was down to experience. If I compare that Canelo with Canelo today, they're completely different. It'd be a completely different fight now. I've always said that perhaps if I'd won that night, everything would have come my way. Fame, money, and perhaps it wouldn't have worked out well then. I could have perhaps gone crazy. It wasn't my moment. That's how I take it. It wasn't my moment. It took me a few days for me to accept it."
When you look at like Floyd, and some boxers look down on Floyd doing these exhibitions, saying it's not real, it's just a cash grab. What are your thoughts on that? Would that be something that you would do?
Look, he's retired. He can do whatever he wants, right? And I think I'm gonna miss boxing when I'm retired a lot, and maybe I can do 1 or 2, but you never know.
Of course, Floyd Mayweather is used to people wanting the rematch, and when asked about a rematch with Conor McGregor or Canelo Alvarez, at one point he tried to assure his fans that there was nothing to worry about. Floyd stated, "Nobody can beat me. Y'all already know that. Everybody wants a rematch with me. A rematch will be interesting, no doubt. Don't worry about that. Yeah, everybody's saying something. I don't worry about that. I already made over $1 billion. You already know that. I'm not worried worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Floyd even told his fans and reporters that Canelo was easy the first time around.
It's really that they don't want. It's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me because I dominated the fight game for so long. But these same writers out here, they praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Floyd also threw out some accusations about Canelo not being clean in his fights as well.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
Roberto Duran doesn't think that the two should rematch each other, but he actually thinks that Canelo would beat Floyd this time around. Duran stated, "I would like to see Canelo get the rematch with Mayweather, and I bet you that Canelo wins. Because remember that Mayweather does not like to be beaten down. You try to beat him down and he runs around holding his balls. That's a fight I would like to see him come back for, because Mayweather is going to return for a fight with Pacquiao, and that is not a fight. He should fight with Canelo for two reasons. He beat him, and who are the ones who fill the Las Vegas hotels? The Mexicans do, not the gringos. The Mexicans are the ones who fill the hotels because they are not only going to see a fight, they are going to see a show, and the Mexicans are going to have fun. The American is calmer. I've studied everything." Amir Khan also seems to think that Canelo would beat Floyd in a rematch now, and he stated, "Even if Mayweather came back and took a rematch with him, I think he would beat Mayweather. Canelo has matured as a fighter and is a better fighter than when I fought him. He is a great fighter now. I'm a mobile fighter, so it's obviously suited me, but eventually he found his range and caught me with a good shot. He was working out how to stop me and break me down, and obviously I was beating him on points, but maybe he was just waiting for that one big shot." Floyd has been pretty set in his opinion of a rematch though, and he stated, "Canelo, you a good fighter, but you already know what it is when you face me, boy. Class is in session. I faced Canelo, Miguel Cotto, Manny Pacquiao, and I know who's the best out of the three. I know how they all rate, and I know something all three of them have in common. They got their ass whooped by me. So this is for everybody that's always speaking about my accomplishments and everything that I've done. When the history books are written and when we're all gone, there's only going to be one name that they're talking about, and that's Floyd Money Mayweather." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.